Every woman entering into a relationship with a man expects a multitude of good deeds, care, love, and support from him. However, not every woman considers whether she is ready to give as much in return. Many women fail to reciprocate and invest the same amount of energy into the man as men usually invest in them. It is only with time that many men realize their mistake in investing in a woman who is not willing to sacrifice the same. It is a foolish and rude mistake. The problem lies in the fact that the more a man spoils a woman with good deeds, care, gifts, and kind words, the less she thinks about doing the same for him. Many relationships lack balance and reciprocity. If you have done a lot of good for your girlfriend or wife, do not expect her to be the same towards you. And if you expect that, you will almost always be dissatisfied with those relationships. When a woman fails to meet your expectations, you can become overly emotional and demanding. You become dependent on the woman because she occupies a significant space in your mind, creating dependency. Many men make grave mistakes from the very first day of a relationship with any woman, treating them as if they were princesses, for whom they must kneel and surprise every day. If you are a young man and have no experience in dealing with women, you should not listen to the advice of your sister, mother, or friends. They may give you advice that will lead you to become submissive. Women's psychology is very complex, and men often make mistakes in the dating stage. If you are a young man, turn to a man who has experienced everything in relationships and has vast experience. Such a man can teach you many useful things that will help you choose the right approach to women. Start by giving a woman a dose of good treatment, but do not overdo it. Pay attention to her response. If she does not respond with reciprocity after the initial act of kindness, it's better to exclude her from your life, because the relationship will not bring anything good. Many men do not give up at this stage, thinking that doing something good for a woman once is not enough. They believe that they should try again and again until she eventually reciprocates. However, life is not a romantic movie. If it were that simple, many people would live happily ever after without parting ways. Your task is to observe if the woman responds in the same way when you show her kindness and romance. If she does not appreciate it, then farewell. If she responds in kind, don't rush to rejoice. Always keep yourself in control and do not give too much. Sooner or later, you can lose control and end up giving more good than receiving. If she starts to look at you with disgust, smiling only when she receives something from you, such as a salary or a long-awaited gift, she will strive to make you dependent and manageable by deliberately not doing good deeds for you. She can act like a bitch, although she is not actually one. I once communicated with a girl who initially behaved well, and I knew she was trying to be sincere with me. But at some point, our communication changed, and she suddenly adopted a behavioral model, thinking that I would start chasing after her. However, as a proud person, I distanced myself from her and treated her much worse. Over time, our relationship became troubled, even though she actually liked me. She started apologizing to me and said that her attitude towards me was repulsive. I asked her, "Why did you adopt this behavioral model in our communication?" She replied that her friend advised her to be like that, and she watched YouTube videos on how to attract a guy you like. But seriously, you can look at psychological women's forums, articles on the internet, and YouTube videos, and many of them will say, "Be unavailable." Of course, in some of my videos, I also say that you should be unavailable to a woman, but I always clarify that this only applies to problematic relationships. It surprises me when they teach women to be unavailable when the relationship is actually good. I don't understand people in relationships who start creating problems when there are none. However, often women are the ones who initiate these problems because they can fabricate anything in their heads, to the point that even when everything is fine between you, She thinks you're cheating on her for no reason. The difference is that when a woman starts creating problems in a relationship, a man can apologize to her even when he's not at fault, whereas when a man creates problems, it only generates more disgust. Stop investing too much good in a woman, even if you think it's necessary. Your emotions can prompt you with thoughts like you haven't given her flowers for a long time, so you need to buy them. Otherwise, she will grow cold towards me and find someone else. Such foolish thoughts create problems, because they drive you to go to a flower shop and buy her flowers. By giving her a bouquet of flowers without reason, you add another % to what binds you to the woman, and the more you bind yourself to her, the more you want to do good for her. It reaches the point of paranoia that even if you don't give her flowers for a day, she will lose interest in you and leave you. Women can truly become demanding and later threaten a man. She can get accustomed to the good treatment, and then, besides that, she won't want to hear anything from you. If you constantly spoil a woman from the beginning and give much more, she will quickly get used to it, and she won't love anyone else. If you then give her less of all that, she will lose interest in you because she will see you as worse than you were before, as she initially latched onto your finances and what you could afford for her, rather than who you are as a person. Friends, if you liked the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, leave your comments under the video, ask questions. Thank you all for your attention.